Hi everyone, I'm David Morrow, Principal Consultant at Empiric, and I form part of our services division who partner with organisations to deliver first-class cloud platforms to the IT industry. And today I'm delighted to welcome Stephen Champion and Adrian Antosi, co-founders of YuTU, to discuss their brand new and exciting app that we've been partnering with to deliver over the past half year. So Stephen, Adrian, welcome. Hope you're both good today, and thanks for taking the time to discuss this, guys.
Thank you. We are indeed.
Thank you very much, David.
Fantastic. So Stephen, I guess we'll go straight into it then, and I'll start with a question for yourself. So tell us a few things about YuTU in terms of how you came up with the idea and what inspired you to kind of start this business.
Well, I'm a bit of an off-center co-founder of a tech company, I suppose. My background is in veterinary medicine. In fact, I founded and ran a group of veterinary practices in Scotland, which I believe that's where you're coming from, David.
Yes. Paisley, just outside of Glasgow. So it's good to be supporting.
Good. There's a couple of things that I suppose inspired me to launch YuTU. The first thing was my children, who are now in their late teens and early 20s. And they're of this generation which crossed the boundary from not using social media to using it all the time. And they've always been kind enough to share their insights about social media with us as they were growing up, and how possibly social media was impacting their social groups of their peers, the more time they spent online. My daughter was in about fifth form, I think, and she said, "Dad, I wish I'd grown up in your era, where friends actually talk to each other." So I suppose that's one inspiration. The other one is that I've become aware over recent years of communities becoming less dependent on each other. Many people don't know their neighbors anymore, and I believe there's a huge untapped resource of skills, time, compassion, empathy, energy in all our communities that we've no way of easily accessing, almost like a battery that there's no way of getting the energy from. So both these energies have inspired me over the time. And I think I was in Oxford one day and it just suddenly came to me, and I thought, well, what if there was a new social networking app that made it possible for people to meet other people they didn't know locally and get them back offline again? So I suppose that was what inspired me to get things started.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's a really unique and innovative concept, which is a bit more difficult to find in the social media space at the moment. So kudos to you and Adrian for that. And it's certainly a topical trend that we're seeing at the moment. So I think that you have an excellent concept there. But now we know a little bit about that concept and the thought process behind YuTU. I'm wondering, Adrian, as the CTO of the project, if you can share a little bit of detail on the platform itself.
Yeah, absolutely. So, YuTU is natively a social network app, which means that it's all about people interacting with other people on the platform. So basically, if you open the app, the first thing you see is an activity stream. Now, on that activity stream, you will see posts prioritized by location and by time, which means that you will see people around you in your area, which basically posted things that they maybe need help with, or things that they offer as help to others. You can also message people. So as a standard social network, you have an ability to private message someone in the platform to ask for more details, or to actually interact with them. And once let's say you posted something, let's say you need something for you want to offer some help to someone. Once the interaction is closed, there is a way you can kind of rate. You can rate the whole experience, so we can kind of improve the quality of the posts created on the platform. So at a high level, we are basically a social network. It's about posting and interacting with people around you, and it's about helping you, either requesting help or offering help.
Yeah, fantastic, and using it myself. It's been really slick, and you've got a good kind of UI there that I think provides a good platform for people to use the app. And I guess that going back to yourself, Stephen, the social media's industry is some of the largest companies in the world operating within it. Twitter, Facebook. How is it different from these social media and other social media platforms, and what are the benefits of the users of YuTU?
The key difference, David, that it's important to focus on is that YuTU encourages people to consider, at least for a while, others over themselves, and that's the key premise of it. So it allows people to reach out to other people, to consider their lives, to consider what their needs may be. It allows you to connect with people in your community who you currently don't know, which is very unusual in social media apps, which would usually gather a group of friends or followers. In this case, we're reaching out to people we currently don't know and matching with those people according to a variety of factors. And we aim for YuTU to be useful to all age groups, nationalities, and social groups.
Yeah, fantastic. And Adrian, I'm wondering if you can follow that up with some insight in terms of the technology roadmap for the app and any exciting new functionality that you've got on the horizon for it.
Yeah, absolutely. So David, as you know, this is just the first version that we launched, during COVID. So we're thinking in the next, few months to actually. So now it's currently an app, and to actually release the web version of YuTU, which basically will allow people with any type of device. You either have a computer, a desktop, or a laptop, or an app, or a phone. You'll be able to use YuTU from everywhere. We're thinking to focus a lot on user profiles. So because we are an app about interacting with others and helping others, we want to improve the amount of details you can add to your own profile, so we can basically specify more detailed things. As well, we want to add something called a trust profile. So on your profile, there'll be sort of a score that you can develop with time, and it's sort of like a reputation for like online and offline, interaction. And we hope that we can use it across different platforms, not just only on YouTube. So that's on the profile level. Then moving on back to, let's say, to the activity stream I was mentioning earlier, we're thinking to add more abilities in terms of searching and filtering, so you can get more relevant posts around you. And constantly we have a system in place where we allow people to give us feedback, so we can kind of basically build the app together with our community.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's excellent. It seems like there's a lot of kind of good features and exciting features coming to the app, which I'm sure will only enhance the experience and the service that you guys are providing. I can't wait to see what it looks like and how the journey for YuTU progresses and changes social media.
That sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, David, I just wanted to say that, I think we wanted to bring out YuTU earlier than was originally planned. It's essentially an app for good, good things, for helping people. When we started planning this at the end of 2019, we had no idea that COVID was going to come along. And when it did, we wanted to expedite its development and build to see if we could help in a small way with COVID. But to be there very much after COVID as planned. So we had to move fairly quickly on this. So I think this is how we came to meet Empiric. We placed an advert, or I placed an advert on LinkedIn for a full stack developer and was contacted by Empiric. And very soon they were able to fully understand our requirements for what we needed and get their heads around what we were trying to build. Empiric produced very quickly a range of suitable people that we could interview immediately without having to do too much digging. And from that, we recruited a very successful developer, somebody who was able to really help us within the timescale that we'd set him. During the process, Empiric communicated with us all the way through to make sure we were happy. We had weekly meetings. And it was reassuring to know that we had Empiric there between ourselves and the developer should anything start to, go wrong. It made things an awful lot easier. Communication was timely. The billing process was as said. There were no hidden costs or anything we were concerned about, and everything was very transparent. So we're very happy with what Empiric has brought us in terms of a contractor, and we would definitely consider using Empiric again should we need somebody outside of the organization or possibly even to recruit a permanent member of staff.
Yeah, and I think, David, that Marcin, the contractor, was very professional. So not only I think he's a good coder, but he also helped us with the requirements and with the UX of the whole platform. So he gave us very good advice, especially on on user flows. And for example, I remember something with the login. We have a social login in our platform, so he was very professional from that point of view. And then he really gave us some good advice on how we can implement certain things faster or easier. So he helped us understand our data structure. So how should we store the data in a particular way, so we can then use it later on to expand and and add more features. So we definitely we're grateful for that.
Thanks, Adrian and Stephen as well. Feedback means a lot, and glad to hear that you guys were happy with the service that we provided. Likewise, you guys are a pleasure to work with, and really excited to see where YuTU goes and where you guys can take it. So just to wrap things up, I want to invite anyone that's interested in finding out about YuTU and giving it the support it needs to change social media and the way that we interact with people to download it at the link in our post below. And I encourage anyone wanting to find out more about partnering with Empiric as well to get in touch. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, David.
Thank you.